Welcome to Current Affairs, dated 17th June 2018, presented by Edukado. NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson, who spent a record-breaking 665 days in space, has retired from space agency. The 58-year-old NASA astronaut holds the US record for most cumulative time in space. She also claimed title for most spacewalks by a woman, that is, 10 spacewalks totaling 60 hours and 21 minutes. The ashes of Stephen Hawking were buried Friday in corner of Westminster Abbey that honors some of the Britain's greatest scientists between the graves of Charles Darwin and Isaac Newton. More than 1,000 people attended a service of Thanksgiving in ancient Abbey of the physicist, who died in March at age 76 after decades of living with motor neuron disease. Hawking conducted groundbreaking researches into black holes and origins of the universe and gained a global fame as a popularizer and communicator of science. His book, A Brief History of Time, sold 9 million copies. A study published this week in Nature Scientific Reports revealed a rare discovery of 4 frogs impressively well preserved in amber, the oldest known example of frogs preserved in such a manner. More importantly, the fossil records provide evidence that frog existed in forested regions at least 99 million years ago, giving scientists a better idea about when the amphibians could have begun their migration into tropical habitats. 3 new baby planets discovered not too far from the Earth. The highlights are such that baby planet spotted some 330 light years away. They are orbiting around a newborn star of their own, and they are discovered using a breakthrough new technique. Union Environment Minister Harsh Vardhan directed agencies to be on maximum alert and take all measures to contain sources of dust as Delhi's air quality remained severe for the 3rd day yesterday. Referring to Indian Meteorological Department data, the minister said that the dusty condition will not subside for coming days. It is said that the task force under the Graded Response Action Plan (GRAP) met with the Central Pollution Control Board (CPCB) and recommended that construction activities related enforcement measures under GRAP be brought into effect immediately. The ministry said that the air quality of Delhi and NCR, which worsened on June 12 to 13 due to the incoming dust from Rajasthan, has shown a slight improvement yesterday. Scientists have made a breakthrough that could open the doors to a whole new way of producing nuclear fuel, and they did it using nothing but the power of fusion. Researchers in US used a special designed yarn to extract natural trace amount of uranium found in seawater, and the proof of concept smeared enough for the element to make 5 grams of yellow cake. The yellow cake is a powdered uranium concentrate used as a fuel in nuclear power production. Ice melting rates in Antarctica tripled between 2012 and 2017, according to a study published in Journal Nature. The biggest increase has been ice melt in West Antarctica, where glaciers and ice sheets are vulnerable to warmer ocean temperatures. Experts think that if we don't get climate change under control quickly, ice sheets in West Antarctica would collapse, leading to rapid sea level rise around the globe. India is suffering from the worst water crisis in its history, with about 60 crore people facing high to extreme water stress and about 2 lakh people dying every year due to inadequate access to safe water. And this was given in the Niti Aayog report. The report titled Composite Water Management Index, released by the Ministry of Water Resource Nitin Gadkari, further said the crisis is only going to get worse. By 2030, the country's water demand is projected to be twice the available supply, implying severe water scarcity for hundreds of millions of people and an eventual 6% loss in country's GDP. Indians with advanced degrees may have to wait for over 150 years for a green card, which authorizes them to live and work in the US permanently. The new calculations on the green card wait period by Cato Institute, a Washington-based think tank, comes after the US Citizenship and Immigration Services recently releases a number of applicants for such card. The calculation is based on the number of green card issued in 2017. As of April 20th, 2018, there were 6,32,219 Indian immigrants and their spouses and minor children waiting for green cards, also known as legal permanent residency cards. The shortest wait is for the highest skill category for EB1 immigrants with extraordinary abilities. EB stands for employment based. India imported 771,000 barrels of crude oil in a day from Iran in May, a 35% increase from the previous month. Tanker tracking and shipping data compiled by Bloomberg shows that pushed the Islamic Republic up the rank as the second biggest supplier to the Asian nation, overtaking Saudi Arabia. Travel time between Mumbai and Pune, which is now around 4 hours, will get reduced to just 25 minutes if a high-tech transportation system being explored by the Maharashtrian government is implemented. The government is exploring the hyperloop technology to cut the travel time between the two key cities, located around 200 kilometers away from each other. It has approached a US-based firm, Virgin Hyperloop One, for the modern train project. Indian origin Divya Suryadevara became General Motors' first woman and youngest CFO. 39-year-old has played an integral role in some significant deals that General Motors has made, as it has restructured operations over the past several years. Suryadevara, an Indian, was born the year after Stephen began his career in General Motors. She was named Automotive New Rising Star in 2016 and the Cranes Detroit Business 40 Under 40 winner last year. After completing her college in India, she moved to the US at age 22 to attend Harvard. And her first job was the investment bank, UBS, and after a year working there, she joined GM at an age of 24. The highlight of the match was the missed penalty by Messi. The Argentina's Sergio scored in the 19th minute, but Iceland leveled it up 4 minutes later. And Alfred scored the equalizer for Iceland. And Iceland held Argentina to 1-1 draw. President's three-nation visit leaves for Greece. President Ramnath Kovind left on a three-nation visit to Greece, Suriname and Cuba. And there he's gone to meet the presidents day by day. You can understand these points that Greece capital is Athens, currency is euro, and is the name of president. Suriname's capital is Paramaribo, currency Surinamese dollar, and it's the name of president. And here comes the Cuba's capital, currency, and president. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis met World Bank CEO in Washington DC to seek assistance for a multimodal transport corridor and the Rural Livelihood Project, which aims to provide sustainable livelihood enhancement in 10,000 villages in the state. The World Bank has assured for positive consideration of both the projects. The president of the World Bank is Jim Yong Kim. Headquarters of the World Bank lies in Washington DC. Union Minister of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Regeneration, Shipping, Road Transport and Highway, Nitin Gadkari released a book, Water Productivity Mapping of Major Indian Crops, published by NABARD in a function at New Delhi. The book, Water Productivity Mapping of Major Indian Crop, is based on the study of 10 important crops by a team under the leadership of leading agriculture economist Dr. Ashok Gulati. NABARD stands for National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. The NABARD came into existence on 12 July 1982. The headquarters lies in Mumbai. The chairman is Dr. Harish Kumar Panwala. Generals Adiraju Venkateshwara Rao passes away. Senior generals and the writer Adiraju Venkateshwara Rao passed away. He was 79. Rao worked in different Telugu and English newspapers. He also authored several books. He played an active role in separate Telangana agitation in 1969, and the state government honored him during the Telangana Formation Day celebrations recently. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.